out of the theater review of Wicked. It was well acted, well shot, well directed. Songs were pretty good. Sets were pretty good. Effects were pretty good. Everybody seemed to love it. It was the ninth circle of hell for me.
You have experienced GLICKED.
Yeah, I have. Both films.
Do you want to explain what GLICKED is to people who are going, what the fuck is GLICKED?
It's the combo. They're trying to make it a thing like Fetch. So, or Barbenheimer. So Wicked and Gladiator.
What was Fetch?
That's a whole, girls know what it is.
Mean Girls. That's
And?
so not Fetch.
Oh, okay.
It's like trying to make a phrase real, make it popular. They're trying to make GLICKED popular.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to stick. Maybe Gladiator, whatever.
GLICKED's not going to stick it.
Yeah, but it's two really
Trying,
separate
folks.
audiences. I mean, Gladiator 2, obviously male appeal. Wicked, obviously female appeal. Both films, I can report, are very gay. Both are gay. Gladiator 2, start with that. It is like The Force Awakens in the sense that Force Awakens is a retread of the first Star Wars, but it is inferior in every way. Story, everything about Force Awakens is worse than Star Wars.
How long is it, by the way? Sorry to interrupt you, but
It's like 220.
okay.
It is a retread of the first movie and weaker in every single aspect. Some so-called story twists you can see coming from a mile away. Ridiculous special effects. A lot of digital. Denzel is laughable. You've never seen him worse in a movie.
Oh, no.
I love him. And he's
He's one
lame.
of the greatest living actors.
I knew this movie would be bad from the opening scene. I'm not doing spoilers, but so it is 4 out of 10 for me. It is.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm still going to see it. We got Metatron coming on FNT with Drinker.
You got to see it. You got to see it.
The people wanted everybody to on FNT to see Wicked. The only reason I can make the host do it, but I can't like make the guests do it. That's the problem. And it kind of came in late. I have tickets for the movie you're going to talk about next tonight. And I'm like, I got them because it was almost a sold out show. And I'm like, I'll get them just in case. I have a rule. If I'm going to talk about something, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Then I looked at that running time, bro.
240.
2 hours and 41 minutes for a part one. Holy shit. For a movie that's clearly not made for me. Okay. So I understand that. This is not made for dudes.
Well, I don't want to out us, but you and I have both seen the stage play.
Yes.
It was made for men, though.
I thought was very good.
The stage play was better because the women were hot.
Correct.
They were women. They weren't like little bean poles that need to, that are anorexic or Ozempic or anorexic Ozempic. And they were hot. So I was okay with the play.
I'll just say this as a nerd. I really love the play because I'm a huge fan of the first of Wizard of Oz. One of the movies, my memory as a kid, 5 years old, seeing that film. It's one of those, you remember, Gary, we both grew up around the same age. That time we're like, a movie was on TV. It was
on TV and you sat down and watched it with all the commercials.
It was an event.
Yep.
You had your aluminum big popcorn bowl of popcorn. You're in your pajamas because you'll probably fall asleep. The family's all around the TV. During commercials, you'd run for the bathroom. It was an event with the family that gathered everyone because a movie is on television. That events were things like West Side Story, 10 Commandments, Wizard of Oz. They were all events, right? They were huge. So that's my memory of watching Wizard of Oz. I love that film. It was groundbreaking for its time.
Yeah.
So I love that. And the play directly connects. It's sort of a prequel and happens concurrently with the events in Wizard of Oz, at least the second half. What I love about the story is it's very much what I had hoped the Star Wars prequels would have been. A story of two great friends who have a falling out, and Wicked did it better. Wicked did that story.
So you're recommending Wicked.
I'm recommending Wicked. Alan liked it too, by the way. So we're going to talk about it today, but I won't go into too much detail, but it is as advertised. It's very faithful to the play. It looks expensive. A lot of practical sets. I think the trailer sucked. I think it misrepresented aspects of the movie, but I'll tell you this. You've seen the press tour. It is super gay. It is very gay. And I don't mean the gayness of the film is in the background. All the background, the Aussians, so to speak, are very, you've got drag queen, like no major characters except for maybe Bowen Yang, who I don't know. He wears like a half skirt, half pants. So maybe he's a transmission. He literally is dressed like the, when you see like men,
transmission,
male and female restroom signs, men, women, yes. And there's a transmission. That's how Bowen Yang is literally dressed. So all the gayness is all the background extras are like they're gay or they're men in a skirt, women in pants, all mixed up, drag queen, maybe transmission. They don't overtly say ever, but it's there now. But the relationship between Elphaba and Glinda, they're friends. They're not. There's no lesbian anything. It's just not there. In fact,
would you agree with this assessment from Variety? John M. Chu's Wicked flips the script on one of the most beloved films of all time, offering a timeless critique of division, fascism, and fear of the other that's especially poignant in the wake of the presidential election.
Well, I think that's bullshit reading into it, but I'll say this. If anything, the wizard, if you see the movie, the wizard is Joe Biden and Elphaba is Trump, vilified by the dominant culture, let's say. The thing that unites us is we need a good enemy. That's what Jeff Goldblum says as the wizard. I see that as he's Biden and Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, is Trump. You unite people. It is about fact, but by the way, it's true to the play. So this was way before any of this. That is an idiot writer trying to shoehorn that in, but it is accurate to the play. Everything that happens, very accurate. But I read it differently. I read it completely differently. Maybe depends how you see it is what depends on what side of the aisle you're looking at it.
I think the only thing going against this right now is the runtime, but I think it's going to make a lot of money. I think it's going to make it. This
will be a hit. Gladiator 2 will die.
Just like with I don't know if it makes Barbie money. It could, because this is a pretty popular play that's been touring for decades, that has a massive fan base. And if they respect the source material to that fan base, I can certainly see it making a ton of money. The people out there saying it's going to flop, no. Gladiator might flop. I think that Gladiator 2 might flop, but I don't think Wicked's going to flop. Could be wrong. Don't think so.
Well,
never thought so.
I've seen both. I think Gladiator 2 will bomb and Wicked will soar.
Yeah, it doesn't have a ton of competition.
Next week, what is it? Moana 2 next week?
Oh, that's pretty good competition.
I'm seeing that Monday.
I am completely skipping that because I didn't see the first one and I don't care. And we'll see with Wicked. It kind of depends on.
I think it'll do well. I mean, just going shopping to the makeup sections to Target, they have like cute makeup, dresses, hair ties, and it's actually sold out.
What they should absolutely, this is the kind of movie you should make for that demographic. 100%. Yes. Just don't try to make Marvel Wicked. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, it doesn't fucking work. It's a square peg in a round hole. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.